What's up, YouTube? This is Mathers97 and welcome to another episode of my WWE 2K15 Universe Mode. This is episode number 31 and we're here with Friday Night SmackDown, and well, what a way to kick this one off as we have one of the 6 participants in last Sunday's Elimination Chamber, the Rated R superstar Edge, making his way down to the ring. And we do know that last Sunday, Christian, Edge's best friend and former tag team partner, won the World Heavyweight Championship. So it appears as though Edge has a bit of a address. That's the thing he's here to address here tonight. We're gonna give him a mic here in a few short moments, and we're gonna hear Edge's thoughts on the events of the Elimination Chamber and what the future holds for the Rated R superstar here on SmackDown. So without any further delay, let's go ahead, hand the mic over to Edge, and let's see what he has to say. Man, is it great to be back on SmackDown! I tell ya, it never gets old making my entrance into this ring and performing in front of all of you. But to get to my main point, I want to start by apologizing to each and every member of the WWE Universe for my 2-month absence. When I came back, I intended to stay back, but unfortunately, things came up and I had to leave, which is something I've regretted this entire time. But now that I am back, I am here to stay, and that's a promise. With that being said, I intend to resume my pursuit of the World Heavyweight Championship where I left off. But this time, against my best friend, Christian. Christian, I know that you're somewhere in the back, so why don't you mosey on down to this ring so we can begin the celebration? In fact, I think this situation calls for a 5-second pose. Well, here is a man who also competed in last Sunday's Elimination Chamber. This man, the former World Heavyweight Champion, Mark Henry. Now, of course, Mark Henry, he's going to be pretty upset, considering he's held that World Heavyweight Championship since the No Way Out pay-per-view when he defeated Sheamus for the title. So, Mark Henry, it looks as though he's got a mic, he's got a response to Edge. Well, let's hear what he has to say. Edge, I don't have the time or the patience to listen to you run your mouth. As the former champion, I have the right to a rematch for my championship, and I'm using it at WrestleMania. End of discussion. So put the mic down and sit your ass down before I induct you into the Hall of Pain. Now hold on just a second. If I recall correctly, haven't I already beaten you before? My memory might be a bit hazy, but I'm pretty sure I eliminated you from the Elimination Chamber as well. If anyone is deserving of a championship opportunity, you're looking at him. Now you listen here. And now it looks like this promo is going to continue as here comes Cody Rhodes, the man who lost his opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship against Ryback in a one-on-one matchup at the Elimination Chamber. Man, the hits just keep on coming here tonight on SmackDown. Sorry to interrupt such a riveting discussion, but I am not about to let opportunity pass me by again. I am not giving up on my quest to capture the Intercontinental Championship, and I'm demanding another opportunity to become #1 contender for the title. Last night, I came so close to victory I could taste it, and I'm not about to let a chance like this slip away. Not again. Oh my, what is going on here tonight on SmackDown? I mean, first Edge, then Henry, then Cody Rhodes, and now the real deal, Titus O'Neil, is coming down to ringside. Man, this is the kind of excitement you can only see here on Friday Night SmackDown, as we got a bunch of superstars jockeying for position heading into WrestleMania. And now Titus O'Neil looks like he's coming down to the ring. He's going to speak his piece. Man, what is he going to say? I hate to break it to you, Cody, but you lost last Sunday. That means you're a loser. And losers don't have what it takes to be champion. It takes a winner to win championships. And if you look up winner in the dictionary, you'll see a picture of my $1 million face with a $1 billion smile. You see, last night I severed my ties with the dead weight I used to call a partner, so that I could remind myself what it's like to be a winner. And man, does it feel sweet. Now that I've taken the primetime players out of the picture, I can finally set my sights on singles gold. So step aside, kid. You've had your chance, and now it's time I take mine. It's high time I remind the world that I am the real deal. Real deal? More like real fraud if you're asking me. If you're gonna stand there and talk about losers, why don't you bring up those 2 matches you've lost to me? I know I'm no math whiz, but I'm pretty sure that means I have the advantage in our series of matches. By your logic, that would make me the next in line for a title match. Isn't that right? You, Intercontinental Champion. If you're trying to be funny, you're failing miserably because that idea is completely ridiculous. Don't insult my intelligence, Darren. I know everything there is to know about you. And if there's anything I've learned from our time as comrades, it's that you are definitely not cut out to be champion on your own. Let me be honest with you on this one. I could have ended your career at Elimination Chamber. I would have ended your career that night if my own emotions hadn't gotten in the way. I felt bad for being the one who would crush your dream of being a WWE superstar into pieces. I spared you on a momentary whim and nothing more. I'm warning you, if you don't stay out of my way, I will break you in half. You talk big, but deep down you know you don't have what it takes to finish the job. Oh, you've done it now, Darren, and look at this. Titus O'Neil and Darren Young, they're now shouting at each other. Oh, this is not looking good. Things are starting to spiral out of control here. This is what happens when you get so many combustible elements in the ring at the same time. So we can see now we got security coming out to try to break that up here. And well, look at what's going on in the ring. Edge and Mark Henry appear to be having a bit of a back and forth argument here. For Mark Henry, he's just going to walk away, be the bigger man. Oh no! Mark Henry, he attacks Edge. And now Mark Henry and Edge are going at it here in the ring. And now the SmackDown locker room is on their way into the ring to break this thing up. Man, SmackDown, we're just spiraling out of control here. And now look it up on the ramp. Look it up on the ramp. Titus O'Neil breaks Freeman. We gotta somebody cut to commercial here. Things are going out of control. What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97 here to announce that I have partnered with fellow YouTuber Brendan Plays, and I now have my very own section over on the BrendanPlays.com forums, where you can find anything related to the content I produce here on YouTube, including statistics, exclusive news and promos, and coming soon, my very own WWE Universe Mode Slammy Awards. Not only that, but you can find riveting discussions on wrestling, YouTube, video games, music, sports, and a hell of a lot more. If you're interested, be sure to head over to the website to check it out using the links in the description. I'll see you there. Well, that was one hell of an intro here to Friday Night SmackDown. Things blowing completely out of control there in that opening segment, but we're back from commercial, and here we're going to take a quick look at the match card for this episode as we can see what happened earlier on. But also, we're going to, shortly after this, we're going to cut into the tag team matchup that was just officially scheduled by Triple H. So it'll be Edge and Cody Rhodes taking on Titus O'Neil and Mark Henry in a tag team match to kick off Friday Night SmackDown here. As we can also see, Christian, the new world champ, will compete against Chris Jericho later on, and Xavier Woods will go one-on-one with Tyson Kidd. And yes, as you can probably tell, my voice sounds a little bit weird. I'm starting to come down with some sort of, the seasons are changing. Temperature's probably going to start getting warmer here, and it's always that time of year where it just seems like there's a couple bugs just sort of floating around, a couple sickness things, flu, whatever exactly it is, just, the seasonal sort of colds that just tend to pop up this time of year, and, well, they finally caught me, so, I don't know. I probably am not going to be, it might be a while till we get the next Universe Mode episode up, just so I don't know how long this little cold spell is going to last, but for now, it's just kind of starting, so I want to get this episode done, because this is a very important episode that'll just, as we can see, it's just sort of set the stage for WrestleMania, because during the commercial break, Triple H made an announcement in front of the live audience here via, from his desk. We had him show up on the Titantron there, And Triple H made an announcement that not only will, well, I mean, first of all, I gotta say, that trailer you just saw for the Brendan Plays forums. Yes, I am now officially a member of the Brendan Plays. Well, I've been a member, but now I officially have my own section over there, which is pretty cool. If you want to go check things out, like championship history for Universe Mode, you know, I basically plugged what I need to plug. And I also will be doing Universe Mode Slammy Awards coming very shortly. I will be making videos for the Universe Mode Slammy Awards at some point. We're also approaching my 500th video, which is, you know, it's a big landmark for the channel. So probably sometime around, I don't know exactly when I'm going to be getting these Slammy Award videos done, but obviously I got to wait till I get better, till I'm not sick. That'd be a good thing, so I can have proper commentary for those. But there are probably going to be individual little videos for each nomination, for each award. So make sure to stay tuned for the Slammy Awards when I do get around to making those. Also, you know, we're getting towards WrestleMania, which means the WWE Draft is going to be taking place following the WrestleMania pay-per-view, so that's going to take a lot of work as well. So this is a big time for my channel. I mean, we've got WrestleMania, the Draft, the Slammy Awards, and then also I got to work over on my forums, my page on the forums. So, I mean, there's going to be links in the description now, probably for every single video that I post that is going to take, you know, if you want to check out the forums, I'll give you a link to the forums, and then I will also give you a link that leads straight to my section on the forum. So if you want to go check it out, if you're not already up to date on the BPZ forums, then you can always click that link and check out my content over there. But also, I was talking about what Triple H's announcement was. Well, you can always check it out over on the BrendanPlays.com forums. They're in full detail. There will be, you know, the full promo that Triple H told to, or not really a promo, but more of the announcement he made. It'll be there in detail. But just to sort of summarize it a little bit, at WrestleMania, there will be a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Ryback will be defending his title against Cody Rhodes, Titus O'Neil, and Darren Young. Triple H, you know, he felt he was in a pretty giving mood, which also relates to the World Heavyweight Championship match that will be taking place at WrestleMania, as it will be Christian defending the title that he just won against the former champ Mark Henry and the Rated R superstar Edge in a triple threat match. So that's two blockbuster matches set in place for WrestleMania. So this episode really just laying the groundwork for that pay-per-view. So this is a big episode, which is why I have to do this commentary now before my cold gets any worse, or maybe it'll get better, I'm not sure, but I just have to get it done now because this is a very important episode for this series. So as we can take a look right now, Cody Rhodes and Titus O'Neil in the ring. Spinebuster there by Titus O'Neil. The one-armed spinebuster. But right now, Titus O'Neil, he's got the advantage. He's in control at the moment, and things are looking good for the team of Titus O'Neil and Mark Henry. And right now, Titus O'Neil, he's going to lift Cody Rhodes up, going to try to go for that backbreaker, but Cody counters and plants Titus O'Neil face first into the mat with that arm breaker. Yeah, Cody Rhodes going up to the second rope here. Mark Henry trying to get involved, but Cody Rhodes, well, he didn't connect with Titus O'Neil, but he did partially connect with Mark Henry, enough to knock him off the ropes. And I'm going to have to be doing a lot of edits to this commentary because my nose is starting to bug me. Yeah, so hopefully I edit that all out during post-editing. If I don't, then, you know, I don't know, you'll hear me sniffling or whatever. Anywho, right now, Cody Rhodes, he's got to make a tag to Edge here. Well, actually, no, he doesn't. It looks like he's doing pretty well for himself right now as he takes Henry off the ropes once again. Look at Cody Rhodes slamming Titus O'Neil shoulder first into the steel ring post. And right now, Cody Rhodes, he's in control. Flapjack right there. Titus O'Neil down center of the ring. And of course, this is a tag team. Oh, and look at that. Cody Rhodes got a little too close to comfort for Mark Henry. And now Mark Henry trying to restrain Cody Rhodes, give Titus O'Neil an opening to get back into this thing. But, I mean, Cody Rhodes, he delivered a shot to Henry, but Titus O'Neil, he was given an opening, an opportunity to get back into it. And he took Cody Rhodes down with a back suplex. And now it's Mark Henry who's in the ring. And Cody Rhodes, you know, coming out here tonight, that took a lot of guts for Cody Rhodes to come out to this ring while we had main eventers like Edge and Mark Henry in the ring. And we do know that Cody Rhodes someday in the future, he said he wants to be World Heavyweight Champion. And these could be potential opponents Cody Rhodes could face for that World Heavyweight Championship sometime in the future. But look at Cody Rhodes. Disaster kick right to the face of Mark Henry. And somehow Cody Rhodes glitched out of the ring. I don't know how that happened. But now Cody Rhodes, you know, he's got Mark Henry down. He's got to capitalize here. Could go for crossroads, but Mark Henry counters. And he sends Cody off the ropes and now slams him down to the mat. What a move there by Mark Henry. Now look at Mark. Mark Henry, he's got the camel clutch locked in. And this is not good for Cody Rhodes. He's already sustained a lot of damage. And Cody Rhodes, he tapped out there. Mark Henry and Titus O'Neil get the victory here tonight as Cody Rhodes, you know, he didn't tap out, so I guess he must have quit verbally because I didn't see him submit. But Mark Henry and Titus O'Neil get the victory in tag team action. So that's not only is it a way for Titus O'Neil to keep building on his already hot streak, the momentum he's got going for him, but it's also a good way for Mark Henry to kind of bounce back from that loss at Elimination Chamber. And now, let's go ahead and move on to the next matchup here, as it is Xavier Woods going one-on-one with Tyson Kidd, a rematch from Episode 3 of WWE 2K15 Universe Mode. And remember, back then on Main Event, it was Xavier Woods who scored the victory, but Tyson Kidd requested this rematch with Xavier Woods, and we'll see this time if Tyson Kidd can get the victory over Woods. But we do know that the International Airstrike competed against Booker T and Goldust on Monday Night Raw in that tag team #1 contenders match, which they lost. Tyson Kidd was in fact the one who took the pinfall. But Tyson Kidd, you know, he's looking to try to bounce back here tonight after that crushing loss on Monday Night Raw. But still, the International Airstrike are a pretty good tag team, but that may not be enough to get them back in the tag title picture, as that could have been their one and only opportunity to get a shot. I mean, we see teams popping up and they're rising up in the tag team division, teams like Awesome Truth, the Usos, and then of course we have kind of the mainstays who've been here for quite a while now in the Shield, and then of course we've got the tag team champions, the Wyatt family, who are always a threat. And then of course there's plenty of other teams that I did not mention, but still, you know, they're still floating in that division, so you always got to consider those sort of teams that, you know, they could be. Teams like the New Day, maybe even Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara could potentially be kind of a sleeper tag team, and maybe they could step up. And, you know, you just got to keep your eye on those teams, because, you know, for a while, if you just keep plugging away at that, if you just keep plugging away at your craft, you know, eventually you're going to get really good at it. And if somebody underestimates you, then that's just going to give you that one opening you need to really catch them off guard and potentially line yourself up for a tag team title opportunity. So you always got to keep an eye on some of the teams at the lower, I guess you could say, on the food chain. But right now, focus back into the matchup here as Tyson Kidd right now has the upper hand, delivers an elbow drop to Xavier Woods right now. And now Xavier Woods blocks the kick there by Tyson Kidd. But Tyson Kidd is going to get back in control here with a swinging neck breaker, taking down Xavier Woods. Yeah, I do want to say that I apologize for my voice, and the next few uploads following this one are probably going to be my career videos, because I do have a few my career commentaries that I had already done a couple of days ago, or, you know, just collectively I've been kind of building up a few my career commentaries, so I've got a few of those that I'll be able to upload while I try to recover, give my voice some time off, give it a chance to heal, I guess, and let this cold just sort of pass by. But this video, like I said, it's very important that I get this video up as soon as possible, so I'm powering through it here to give you viewers this commentary. But right now, look at Xavier Woods. This is the move that beat Tyson Kidd a few months ago on Main Event. The big combination of punches there. Xavier goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. No, Tyson Kidd kicks out at the last second. And, well, it looks like Tyson Kidd has stepped up his game a little bit here, as right now he's taking it to Xavier Woods, but Xavier counters and plants Tyson Kidd face first with the arm breaker. And now an elbow drop by Xavier Woods. And now Tyson Kidd, he's back into it with a nice elbow to the face. And now delivers a punch, a jab right to the jaw of Xavier Woods. But look at Xavier, counters the suplex attempt and turns it into a neck breaker. Xavier Woods right now. He's got the upper hand on Tyson Kidd, and he's already hit one of his big maneuvers. Now a fist drop to the face. Tyson Kidd, he's got to do something. He's got to do something very shortly, very quickly to try to get back in this thing. Otherwise, Xavier Woods is just going to pick up the victory here tonight. As Xavier dodges that kick there, and now float over DDT, and Tyson Kidd goes face first, crashing into the mat. And now look at Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods with a variation of the crossface locked in here. He's got Tyson Kidd's arm all wrapped up there. Tyson may be forced to tap out here. He's struggling. He's trying to fight out of this thing. And Tyson Kidd manages to escape, and he takes Xavier Woods down with a snapmare. But at the moment, it's back and forth. Tyson Kidd, he rolls up Xavier Woods here. Could have him. 2 count. But Xavier counters. Xavier counters the roll up 2. 3, and Xavier Woods knocks off Tyson Kidd here tonight once again. So Tyson Kidd, you know, this rematch he requested once again, he's on the losing end, and things aren't looking too hot for the International Airstrike at the moment. This was not a very good week for the International Airstrike. But for Xavier Woods, he gets a victory that, you know, could try to help potentially boost the New Day's morale, try to get them back in the driver's seat, try to get them, you know, I mean, really, ever since the New Day formed, they've just kind of, I don't know, there's just been something missing. Like, the chemistry just hasn't quite been there. Xavier Woods has been doing he's been doing all right on his own in singles competition, but whenever the New Day kind of forms up as a tag team, it just seems to be almost like a bit of lack of chemistry or something there. That the New Day hasn't exactly, you know, that formation of the tag team hasn't been quite a successful one. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what the future holds for the New Day. But right now, we're going to move on to the main event of this evening, as it is Chris Jericho, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla. And he's going one-on-one with Captain Charisma, the new World Heavyweight Champion, Christian. And Christian, of course, competed in that Elimination Chamber matchup where he eliminated Wade Barrett and Chris Jericho. We know that Jericho and Christian were the final 2 men in the matchup. Jericho was in fact the one who eliminated Edge during the Chamber matchup. Christian's best friend, of course, and, you know, really, I think heading into that matchup, Edge looked like he was going to be the favorite, as, you know, he had already scored a victory over Mark Henry in the past, and, you know, Edge, they call him the ultimate opportunist. He's a very decorated superstar in the company, so we just think, you know, in terms of track record, and as well in the Elimination Chamber, Edge, you know, remember, if you go all the way back to 2009, or was it 2008? It's one of the two, but Edge, remember, he's got history with the Elimination Chamber. In fact, one time where he took out Kofi Kingston and entered himself into the Elimination Chamber after losing the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber. So Edge, I mean, you know, he does have history in the Elimination Chamber, but unfortunately for him, Chris Jericho locked in that walls of Jericho out onto the chamber floor, and there really was nothing Edge could do about that except tap out. I mean, he really didn't have a choice. But Edge, you know, we can't say that his performance in the chamber was a bad one, as he eliminated Mark Henry. So Edge, he had his fair share of success while he was in the chamber. He eliminated the then World Heavyweight Champion. So, I mean, Edge, you know, one could say he is deserving of a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity, as he's beaten Mark Henry twice now. So it's only fair that that triple threat matchup was put in place by Triple H. But now, as we can see, Christian, he's going to pull Jericho back, but Jericho, belly, taking down Christian there with a nice suplex. And now Jericho just kicking away at the face of Christian. And Christian could, you know, he may be the World Heavyweight Champion, but he still could be dealing with a little bit of ring rust. This is Christian's return to singles competition here tonight against Chris Jericho, the man that, you know, these two were former tag team partners, so they've got to have a lot of chemistry between each other, know each other's movesets inside and out. But Christian, as I was saying, he could be dealing with a little bit of ring rust still. It's different, though, in the Elimination Chamber, where there's 5 other guys who can kind of beat each other up and take the damage away from each other and kind of wear each other down, so that Christian could have been given a bit of a better opportunity. But here tonight, you know, Christian's got to do all the work himself. And I mean, I'm not trying to sell Christian short here, saying that he really just let everybody else in that matchup do the work for him. I mean, Christian, he held his own in that matchup. Obviously, if he didn't do that, he wouldn't be the World Heavyweight Champion. But tonight, against somebody like Chris Jericho, And we did see them have a bit of a scuffle at the end of the Chamber matchup, but by that point, it's not the same as a full-fledged one-on-one matchup where, you know, you start out in the beginning and, you know, you're both fresh, ready to go. Whereas last night, you know, both men were worn down by the effects of the Elimination Chamber, so that could have given Christian a bit of an advantage. As we see right now, Jericho gets taken down right there with the, I don't even know what to call that. It's like a running sort of clothesline, I guess you could say. Not even really a clothesline, more like a forearm, I guess would be more appropriate to describe that. But anyways, take a look what's going on right now. Christian nails a drop kick right to the chest of Chris Jericho, and that drops the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla. And look at Christian, he's going to set Jericho up for that flapjack right there. And Christian, he's in firm control right now. And it looks like he's going to go to the top rope here. He's looking for something. Christian, we know he's got a fair share of high-flying moves in his arsenal. And look at this. Drop kick off that top rope. Down goes Jericho. Christian for the cover. Couldn't get the win here. Not even a 2 count. Jericho kicks out. You know, both of these men have pretty... they have pretty deep... what's the word I'm trying to think of here? They've got pretty intricate movesets here. And look at Jericho. Off that suplex, just steps on Christian, just putting his foot across Christian for the cover. And that's almost a bit of a throwback to Jericho's older sort of persona where he was more arrogant back closer to like 2004, 2000. Well, even if you go so far back to 2001 when Jericho won the WWE Undisputed Championship. And even when Jericho first debuted in the WWE, he was quite arrogant. I mean, not to say, I mean, Jericho, we've seen he's always kind of been a bit of an arrogant character. As we can see right now, a nice triangle drop kick, and Christian is taken off the ropes down to the floor. I mean, Jericho, you know, as we saw, he delivered that suplex and just kind of showing a bit of confidence. I don't think he really, I don't think he thought he was going to put Christian away there, but more so he was just kind of stepping on Christian just to, I don't know, just kind of play a little bit of mind games with Christian. Look at this. Christian was going for a reverse DDT, but Jericho countered. And he takes Christian down with a suplex out onto the floor. Then Jericho, he's in control here. He's got Christian down on the outside. Referee gets to a 5 count, so Jericho's going to get back in the ring here. That's a 6 count. And I don't know, will Jericho be content with a count-out victory over Christian? Well, I don't think, right now, he's just kind of waiting for Christian to get back into his feet, maybe being a bit respectful to a former tag team partner, former ally of his. And now look at Jericho. Counter by Christian. And Christian delivers a kick to the gut. He's up on that second rope. Look at this. A springboard sunset flip. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. But Jericho kicks out at 2. And Christian right now, he's got Jericho on the ropes. He's got to take this opportunity and capitalize. Let's look at Jericho. Wait, counter by Christian. And he dumps Christian. He dumps Jericho to the outside. And Christian, he's back up on that top rope. What could he be thinking here? Well, whatever it was, he didn't really connect. But right now, he's got to get Jericho back in that ring. I don't think either of these two men will be content with a count-out victory over each other. I think they want to, you know, Jericho at this point, if he gets a win over Christian, maybe we could see a fatal 4-way for the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, this is a big opportunity for Jericho to perhaps insert himself into the World Heavyweight Championship title scene. I mean, Jericho, we got to think he's one of the top contenders at the moment. Although, I mean, right now, Edge and Mark Henry seem to have more pressing, I don't know what I lost my train of thought there, but Jericho with a roll of counters, but Christian able to kick out. But, I mean, Mark Henry and Edge seem to kind of hold precedence over Jericho at the moment. They're a bit higher on the pecking order, higher on the food chain. But Jericho, you know, he's pretty close. He's in the running, so he's in the running, so really, Jericho, if he can just score a few victories, he could potentially set himself up for a match, maybe at Extreme Rules, perhaps. But, as we can see, Jericho there just managed to get the shoulder up. Christian, I think he might have been trying to go for the spear there, but Jericho sensed it coming, managed to get back to his feet in time. All right, now look at Christian up on the second rope, and a tornado DDT. That is Christian. He plants Jericho, and now he's looking to go for the spear, paying homage to his best friend Edge. Christian hits the spear, and that very well could do it. Christian goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Christian defeats Jericho here tonight. So Christian almost with that spear, almost getting a bit of payback for his friend Edge there tonight after, of course, Jericho eliminated Edge from the chamber. Christian getting a bit of redemption. And, you know, in his return to singles competition, it was a successful one. He gets the win over Jericho here tonight. But that is it for this episode of Universe Mode. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one. And be sure to go check out my section on the Brendan Plays forums. Keep on YouTubing.